After we saw Star Wars in 1977, a lot of us kids couldn't watch Star Wars, but we could watch Space 1999 and even play with toys based on that television show. Let's take a look. Guys, we're going to talk about Space 1999. Some of you may know, I think it was a British show, but it aired in the US and over in Britain, UK, whatever you want to call it. And for a time after Star Wars, it was our Star Wars fix. You know, we did have Buck Rogers to help out. We had Battlestar Galactica. And we had, for some of us, Space 1999. I can't remember watching the show that much, but I know my brother had this ship. I think it was called Eagle 1. It looked like the blockade runner. It has the little orange figures. There didn't be much detail. They were just orange figures. It was the coolest ship I ever seen. And that was until I had the Millennium Falcon, of course. But it was always really cool, and I always played along with Star Wars. But we're going to take a look at Space 1999 toys. But first, what is Space 1999? And I'll just tell you again, just really short. It's not a copy of Star Wars. I know you think, you already told me in the comments probably, hey, this thing, it was out before Star Wars. And you're right. Premiered in 1975. Space 1999, a British television show, did make its way over to the US. Which at the time, you didn't see really many British shows moving from the UK over to the US, but this one did. And of course, the show was set in the future year of 1999. Nuclear waste stored on the moon's far side explodes, knocking the moon out of orbit, as well as the 311 inhabitants of the moon base Alpha hurling into deep space. The main star of this show was one you may know, Martin Landau. That's right, Martin Landau was starring this show. After the three major networks had all kind of turned it down, local channels picked it up, like WGN Television in Chicago. I think we all know that one. And other ones across the country. So a lot of kids could see this afternoons, after school, sometime on the weekends. No telling what time of day it would come on. Now for toys based on Space 1999, we're going to look at toys released by three different companies. One, AHI, that's hard to say. Kind of a cheap rack toy company. And we're going to look at the Mattel toys and the Palitoy ones that were released overseas in the UK. Let's start with those rack toys from AHI. First up, we have Alien. Be honest, in this package, I can't even really tell what this thing is, but it says it's the Alien. That's the Alien for Space 1999. And then we have the Eagle Transport. As you can see, these are kind of cheaper toys, but they were fun for what they were, I guess. You have the Eagle Water Gun. It's a Space 1999 water gun. And you also have a jet disc. I know it looks like something from Star Trek, but no, this is little guns that shot these little discs out. And then you have the moon car. Look at that. Is that Leonard Maltin in a moon? Not Leonard Maltin. Did I say Leonard Maltin? Not Leonard Maltin. What was that guy's name again? I never got. Martin Landau. Martin Landau right there. And you have a stun ray gun. And this is the one I can remember having as a kid. I forgot all about this thing until one day I was just researching a video and came across it. And I was like, yeah, my brother had this and I used to play with it. There was also a stun gun that looked almost the same. And a walking spaceman. Hey, that's kind of cool. I wonder if that's Martin Landau. It could be. Now, Mattel released 12-inch size figures. I'm not sure they were really 12-inch, but they was large size figures, you know, close to 12. They wasn't 8, I don't think. But they were close to 12, and let's take a look at them. You have the Commander right here. I'm not going to tell you what actor this is. I think you can figure it out. And then you have Dr. Russell. Yeah, a female doctor. Hey, it's 1999. It was the future. Anything could happen. And then you have Professor Borgman. Here he is right here. Who played him? You tell me in the comments below. And I guess it's a bad guy. Zenith. Zenith right here. I think it's Zenith. Didn't they make TVs? Now there was also some playsets released by Mattel. Some for the 12-inch and then some was for the orange. It came with orange figures. Orange figures. There was a Space 1999 Flying Eagle. Check this thing out. Kind of like a game and a playset, I guess. There was also Moon Alpha Base, which was a bunch of cardboard and a base, but hey, it was kind of fun, I guess, to play with at the time. But the big one and the fun one, of course, is the one that came with orange figures. Eagle 1. Look at this thing. Didn't I tell you it looked like the blockade runner? It does kind of look like the blockade. I know not exactly like it, but it's pretty cool. And this was a great toy to have as a kid, especially it was released in 1976, so by 1977, you couldn't have Star Wars stuff, so you could make it a Star Wars ship. There it is right there. And over in the UK, there was toys also, 12-inch figures over there. As far as I could find, I didn't see the ship and playset released over there. Maybe it was, but I didn't see it on the database that I looked at, which is mostly I use figurerealm.com. Great database for action figures. Saves me a lot of time just trying to research all these pictures and everything. But let's look at the Palitoy figures released, because the cards were different. Oh, they look a lot like the Star Trek Mego cards. Here we go. We got Alan Carter right there. Alan Carter in all red. Then we have Captain Koenig. Hope I said that right. Not sure what actor played him. If you know, let me know in the comments below. And then you have Captain Xantor. Xantor? Oh, you're going to kill me pronouncing this stuff. You even have a mysterious alien right here. This looks like something you see in them early episodes of Star Trek. And then you have Paul Marrow, who has to be the coolest guy I've ever seen. Look at this guy. That's a real man right there. Space 1999. A lot of you probably remember this toy, and you're saying, man, this wasn't really a review. This is just a guy showing pictures. What kind of review is this? Well, that's what we do here. We just show pictures and talk about it. But Space 1999. Did you have any of the toys? Did you watch the television show? Oh, I don't know how it holds up today. I'm curious, but as a kid, I don't really remember watching the show. I just remember that ship and that gun and the name, Space 9. I was like, 1999, that's the future, dog. Get my calculator, see how old I was going to be. And now, 1999 is the past. How's that happen? One day, 1999 is the future, and then it's the past. Crazy times we live in. Well, let me know about the Space 1999 toys you had as a kid, or watching the television show. Let me know that and more in the comments below.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.